Content warning. Tales of Tupenia features some depictions and descriptions of violence, as well as themes consistent with abuse and alcoholism. These are not incredibly common, but be warned. Howdy. Belby here, the DM of Tales of Tupenia. It's been a while since I checked in. Notable updates, we now have our gaming videos and the Side of Tots coming out on the Patreon, and the first 2 episodes of Side of Tots are up for free on YouTube. So, if you're at all interested in watching us fuck around and have fun, give it a look, check it out. We also happen to have a merch store now, a threadless shop that is set up, featuring hats, shirts, stickers, and more. So check it out and see if anything catches your eye. Furthermore, any likes, comments, or subscriptions are always appreciated, and nice comments will be featured on screen at the beginning or end of the video, depending on when I think is the best time. Thank you, and appreciate your support for the show. Bye.
On the Lamani Islands, they say if the Hollow Mountain sings to you, you should always listen, for the song itself can carry you out to sea. This was, of course, the one place Uprush always wanted to go. Dmitri Zephius gained the nickname Uprush from a young age, as he always displayed a surge of emotion and passion, strong enough to sweep away any who were ill-prepared for his enthusiasm. He's like an uprush of seawater when he talks, became the easiest way to describe him to seafarers, wondering why an 8-year-old might be hanging out by the docks so often. Aside from his enthusiasm regarding shipfaring, Uprush's mother helped with restocking seafaring ships that would stop by the islands, so meeting seafarers was the norm. This norm for young Uprush was shaken up when a young girl with curly hair made her way onto the island, proclaiming all the world's gold and cookies would be hers someday. From then on, Uprush and the girl nicknamed Cookie would spend their days together fantasizing about being adventurers out on the open sea. Cookie's father would take Uprush under his wing, despite the concerns of Uprush's mother. As he became a man, Uprush gained respect and camaraderie aboard the ship known as the Great White. But Uprush saw a side of the captain no one else quite recognized. Amidst an attempt to convince Cookie to leave the crew with him permanently, Uprush was accused of mutiny, shot in the chest, and left aboard a dinghy to float out at sea. The last thing Uprush heard was the sound of his friend's voice, the splash of the waves, and the sound of the wind's song, all before reaching the unfamiliar shores of Balestone. Chasing away back out onto the open seas, Uprush took up bartending to accrue enough coin and a new crew, all with the hope of reuniting with his dearest friend.
Born to seafaring merchants, Jack and Robin, hailing from Arigian and Kelcary, neither of whom were willing to give up a life on the sea, Hector grew up barely 4 years before returning to the sea for a life of adventure. His youngest mentor in the clerical arts was a steward of the drowned, a medic known as Tim Callaghan. Eventually, his parents' honest merchant dealings led them into conflict with a pirate crew of a fearsome captain, where Hector's parents passed away tragically, with barely enough surviving members to crew the ship into the nearest harbor. Hector's friend Tim took him in, A blessing for young Hector that quickly was dashed as he was left with a smile in the main temple of the drowned stewards in the town of Cotton's Creek, to be raised by one Albert Sparrow, an older steward past his prime. Hector went on to become a fellow steward of the drowned, sailing the seas, protecting ships from the same fate that befell his parents. One day, a group of pirates captured him and stuck him in the upstairs closet of a seaside cottage, held prisoner for a week until the early crew of the Bearded Dragon found him. A crew that Hector has stood fiercely by ever since.
Gro Kadag was born and raised in the kingdom of the Red Dawn. His parents, Shior and Calabax, and siblings and fellow orcs were brutal fighters, taught to hone their aggression in battle against their enemies. Gro grew to become the tallest and burliest of his family, and one of the largest offspring of the Red Dawn. A capable fighter with a gargantuan size, a towering stature, and mammothian teeth that would make any regular human quite intensely shit their pants. Through his straight, raven black hair parts at the middle, a real charmer. He was inducted into the Black Blood clan and went on many adventures. As time passed, the clan would realize something about Gro that infuriated them. He was a sweetheart. He would frequently gaze upon beautiful natural flora and fauna, would resist killing any individuals who wouldn't directly harm him. Whereas all the other orcs were intelligent in livelihood skills and battle practices and tactical knowledge, Gro was a simpleton. His sheer size and strength was enough for him to push through any obstacles presented to the Black Bloods. But even as the rest of the Black Bloods slowly turned their backs on him, Gro was too simple to see it. To him, they were his family. So he stayed with them, until one blissful morning when Gro woke to emptiness around him. The Black Bloods were gone, and Gro hadn't the slightest clue of where to go. Only a name. Bartholomew. Unfortunately, for Gro, he couldn't figure out how to pronounce it. He wandered the countryside finding people who at first rejected him and were scared of him, but would warm up to him through his politeness and simplicity. After many months of wandering and helping, 3 years later, Gro would eventually make it to the city of Benict in the kingdom of Pustab, where he befriended a total bar owner, Rue, and would help her with chores and errands. The city of Benict would see that Gro was an enigma, a condemnation of their treatment of orcs, but some would have prejudices too deep to set aside. Gro left the city, joining the crew of the Bearded Dragon to chase the thrill of battle and to make a new name for himself. With a new crew, a new weapon, and a new cause at his side, Gro's path wanders far away from those who once threw insults his way, even if he was too simple to understand them anyways.
Adrian Drake was born and raised in Winterstone. Being the second son of the Admiral of the Kingdom, Adrian always lived a life of adventure and wanted to be out at sea like his father. He and his brother lived their early lives with a nanny, though Adrian snuck out multiple times into the slums, getting into trouble with his best friend Karn. Later on in his years, he was hired onto the Agalita, a trade ship with an older captain Adrian saw as second father. During one voyage at sea, an Asmer named Ariel came aboard trying to get Adrian to do a quest for his god and would not leave until he did so. While the two were below deck in a heated argument, the Agalita was suddenly assailed by pirates, an all-out assault, which was suddenly disrupted as a bolt of lightning rent the sky, sinking the ship and all aboard it. Adrian woke up in the middle of the sea alone, at least that's what he thought until days later, a dry voice echoed through his head. The self-same voice of the Asmer he previously encountered. Drake made his slow way back to port, where he and Ariel now share the same body, though not, perhaps, the same goals.
I do not recall when exactly I became what we are today, but here be what I will share. Little John Jack grew up in the slums of Smiva, me mama telling me the stories of Klek, the devourer of the treasonous, he who swallows the liars and cheats. Never understood why nobody heeded the warnings. We couldn't even trust our leaders, those meant to protect us. Instead, the Baron took me mother from me. I found a new home in the old elf tree, and found a new family all my own. Then he took that away too. I escaped the town with nothing but my clothes and a few friends. And me brother in all but blood, I would have followed him to the ends of the world. And I did. And we were free. But the world took that from me too. Han, my brother, he sold me out for wealth and power. Under the thumb of the Baron of Bimbolo, the very man who took everything from me, I found if you take enough from a man, you make a monster. With nothing of the little boy in me left, the fish from my mama's stories spoke to me. I thought it a mere illusion, but it delivered us to new friends and freedom. I know it take more than fables to fix the wrongs of the world. Be taken more than the blood, sweat, and tears that has already been taken. It be taken something more. With me crew, we be feeding the fishes.
Kidru grew up in a rowdy family. As the eldest of 5 children, he always hoped to keep an eye on his siblings. It wasn't easy growing up in the harsh cold of Satpia, but he was happy. Playing with siblings, ice fishing with his mom, and hearing stories of Satpia's heroics and grandeur from his father. Kid and his brothers, namely Kaivan and Kalir, loved these stories, and grew up wishing to join the military themselves one day. And when Kid was only 19 years old, that opportunity would come right to his village. Kid spent the following years of his life proving his bravery and his skill, and rising up the ranks of Satpia. But in doing so, he saw the nation for what it truly was, and began to doubt the actions he'd taken under a banner he once thought was great. It wasn't until the age of 42, 23 years later, that Kid met Jesse, a young Aarakocran boy he met in a village he was sent to enlist from. A young boy that reminded him of himself. That was his final straw. Rather than setting Jesse down the path he walked himself, he took the boy and they fled into the wastes. They wandered through a barren environment, hungry, thirsty, and left with nothing but time to think about the years wasted and the people he took advantage of. That the country he grew up idolizing and serving was corrupt. Kidru was ready to give up on himself, but he was driven by a responsibility to Jesse, to get him to safety. Crossing the waste, the two stumbled into the city of Zukamel, where they were discovered and rescued by the priests of the Albetic Temple. The priests were very welcoming, and provided both shelter and care to Kid and Jesse. While the pair recovered, they were introduced by the priest to the Lambent Three, the moon deities, as well as their teachings. The serene grace of the Sapphire Queen, the strength wielded by the Copper Princess, and the willingness to change, championed by the Shattered Prince, which Kid resonated with strongest of all. After months of self-doubt, that message drove Kid to remake himself as a missionary, a wanderer, and a tool of this change, leading him into new lands, new struggles, and a new path to redeem Tupenia, as his gods and he seek to create.
And Howdy, and welcome back to this week's episode of Tales of Tupenia, where last we left off our heroes, kind of, ended up teleporting through a tree from the city of Temleteth to the orcish nation of Bentuku, kind of windswept tundra, sort of sparse grassland, adobe building sort of vibe, and you know, everyone moving hither to and fro in just bundled up. It is cold. It is not the sort of environment that some of our more tropical heroes are used to. And here we found that the assortment of people that are here, a lot more giving and open than would have been expected from a what appears to be rather poor sort of nation. Small villages and things interspersed throughout the landscape. The party gathered supplies from a kind supplier named Plark, and then moved their way briefly over to speak with the speaker, who told them a story, actually mistaking them originally for, you know, people that were coming to see this kind of sweet old grandmotherly orc lady, sort of mistaking them for people that were coming to actually hear her story originally. She sort of... Pause, champ, while I'm looking for the fucking name. Speaker Krill. Speaker Krill. She sort of, you know, gave you guys this background that led you guys to believe that this, you know, spoke of a destroyed town, a displaced people, a large cataclysmic event resulting in the destruction and scorched earth of the land, and a period of darkness, a dark ages for the orcish people from their former homeland of Igrimesh, which... beginning to pin together the old story you had heard from Archie originally of the Song of Igrimesh and the people spreading abroad, and the visions that Grawl had received from the axe, sentient axe shards, that this was in fact the same location as Epilmar, that Igrimesh and Epilmar were in fact one and the same. This news sort of rocking the party of a long-standing sort of background thread come to light now in the sort of reconstruction period of the Despotate. Jean-Jacques sends Tack off for a extended journey, multiple weeks long to months, to go and travel to Epilmar and to let Brioni and Atimba and the currently unknown by you representative of the Posterity's Blade Guild know about what is going on. And Tack took off, allowed to have some freedoms to fuck about with people along the way. We went through our first day of travel into the wildernesses as the landscape starts to become a little less open and a little bit more closed in. You're beginning to see like sparse groups of trees here and there nowadays. And we came to the first night of travel where Jean-Jacques also sent off Toe and Tick to go and assault the local wildlife populace, and yeah, Tick declared he was gonna find a duck and ride it like a horse. You know, it's just a classic thing. You know, the thing that all demons do. This is well known within this world. Yeah, for sure. And stop. Stop. And with that, we find ourselves sort of on this first night of travel, everyone bedding down to go to sleep, and Jean-Jacques having, obviously summoned his familiars here. And I believe, oh wait, you said you had one more thing actually, Manny, at the end of last session. You mentioned that you had something else. Yes.
Let's see. Pull up all my stuffs. Yeah, so before he goes to bed, it was already looked at Already examined Toe.
Mhm.
See what's going on with him. I'm gonna. Who's got the hole? I assume Adrian.
Everybody's got
Yeah.
one.
Phrasing.
Oh,
Pause.
Pause, champ.
I know.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm gonna
Probably
talk
Adrian.
yeah, I'm gonna talk with Adrian.
Okay. So you find that
Hey
you
there.
sort of move on over to the area of camp. You're sort of Drake. Does Adrian? Does he sort of Is he the sort of person where he usually sleeps relatively close to the campfire? Does he prefer the cold a little bit more? So does he like set up a little bit further afield, perhaps? What's his like nighttime ritual?
He'll enjoy the cold a bit more, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And let's see. What's neat? Oh, armor. So this was actually a point that I wanted to discuss. Is that I know some adventurers like to wear their armor to bed just so as to be more ready for things. But I believe since Drake is a barbarian, he doesn't have like active armor, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So you bed down comfortably, and Jean-Jacques, you see Jean-Jacques walking up to you.
What's up?
You got the portable hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna talk to Uhura.
Ooh. Okay. I'll build a horrible hole and throw it onto the ground.
Okay. Wonderful. So you splash down the portable hole, 15-foot sort of wide opening. Hop down inside. Jean-Jacques, you hop down inside.
Oh, okay. Well, first,
Okay.
the portable hole. I've never been inside of it as we've traveled. Actually, we haven't. I don't remember. Does it jostle when it moves?
No. So you notice.
'Cause it's extra planar, right?
Right, as Drake goes to like lay it out in front of you, you notice that it's like it's like he's almost like throwing down like a blanket or something, sort of like folded, the same way that you might fold up like a dice, or what is it? Not a dice, but like a card map for Magic. You know what I mean? Like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he throws it down, and you see as he begins to like
rolled
flatten it
up,
out. Yeah, it like molds itself to the earth, and then you see that there's kind of like a boom, and it like clicks into place.
Okay, so it's not just like this open portal that
It's like a warbling portal. It's
Alright,
just
so you have to lay it down for. Okay, so in the contest no shake. Okay, so is everything around still? Is that gap of space around Uhura's cage?
Yeah, still in place currently. Mm-hmm.
Gap of stuff. Okay, so it doesn't look like she's like grabbed anything. I need to check one thing.
Give him ideas.
I'm
What have you
I'm
done?
not giving him ideas, but I'm preventing his ideas if they're already had from happening.
No, it
Like, either
doesn't.
he already had the ideas or he's gonna do it.
It doesn't look like it. So it looks like most of the things that are around the outside of the cage are still
Where the
in
cage
place.
is supposedly.
Yeah.
Invisible ass cage.
Right, where the cage is. She's gone. Duh.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I'm popping in.
Okay. So you kind of hop down inside, and you hear just like very briefly, like just a dry chuckle and just, I don't really hear anything out there. Is there someone else that I could call to for help in this moment?
No.
Shit. No.
By the way, I was pretending to think we're in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, okay. And so she can currently, if you haven't opened up the cage, she can currently see you. You can't see her.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So you kind of just. Hear
I don't
her
have to
voice
see her
echoing.
to detect thoughts.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pop detect thoughts.
Okay. There's still currently that like underlying hum of like just basically like the like the need to get out, need to escape, need to
Yeah.
find. You know what I mean? Like it's not. It doesn't feel like it's her active thought. She kind of at the top, she sort of just seems bored, but it almost seems like, yeah, there's this like underlying, it's like one of those where like you hear two music tracks going at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like you can just kind of make out below the surface. You're like, okay, she's still locked in.
So I'm gonna walk. Like I imagine that somewhere in this space there is a sword leaning on a crate.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna go over the sword and I'm gonna like pretend that it's like a knocker
Okay.
and like get the pommel like knock knock knock. It's like
Alright.
so who's here today? Is it you or her?
She goes,
Are you home?
it's pretty much always me here, except for
Yeah,
when it's
that-
not me here.
Yeah. Descriptive.
Cool. She kind of chuckles just dryly again and just goes, "Hey man, I was not known to be a talker back in the day."
No, you weren't. You were a lot cuter back then, though.
Don't know if I should take that as a insult.
I meant that you were a small, wild-haired little girl who would just bounce around following her brother.
She goes, "I was about to say the exact same thing about you, except without the following the brother bit."
Yeah. Well, I followed a different kind of brother, and see where it landed us.
True enough.
Han, he didn't make it. No, I never found Dranath. I looked for you two for years. Never find you two. Well, until I found you.
Detect thoughts. You can kind of, there is like a little bit of like a perturbation going on with her. You know, meaning that she is slightly perturbed by this information. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Yeah,
not
I'm
like
gonna
a.
sit down and make myself comfy. Like I'm sitting down, like I'm ready to just I'm just gonna hang out here.
Yeah, she's so you hear her. You know that she goes, yeah, we Brioni tried to get us to you as well, but we kind of had to get out of Dodge. Wasn't safe where we were.
Get us. You'd met Dranath since the tree burned?
Joey. Joey
Oh,
was with us.
Joey.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you think he is now?
Dranath? Oh,
Yeah.
God. Probably went through something about the same as what I did.
Really?
She goes. She kind of chuckles and she goes, "Yeah, the." And you actually feel that there's like that music gets louder. It's your dad. I don't know if any of you have ever had this where you're in the car and you're playing music and someone else starts playing music. Like if you have a frustrating sibling or something like that. Yeah, it's the other person is turning up the music louder. So she goes to say something about the like despotate practices, and then you can feel her like stop, and like sort of trail off. And she goes, "You know, what I did hear is that you had a bit of a rough time, too."
I don't think a single one of us got off easy. Actually, I think Petunia might have. I think she might have gotten off easy, swinging away on her little rope dart. I don't think the despotate ever found her.
She goes, "I hope that's the case." And you briefly, so she pauses for a second, and then she goes, "You know, oh wait, shit, what was I about to say? AJ has lost his train of thought. Damn it, 1 second. You were just saying got off easy.
None of us got off easy.
She goes, you know, Joey, is he all right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, he's doing alright.
Hit me with an insight check with advantage.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, because you're
Yeah.
in the head.
Yeah, I'm literally in there already. Alright, so, 21.
This is, as you say that, the other music reacts with joy.
The Joey's alright?
Like a sort
Oh,
of
God.
savage joy. Yeah.
Shit.
Sleeper agent.
Shit. The sleeper agent playing the long game too.
Yeah,
Didn't even activate at all.
With the inside of a 21, you think that it is that she was probing for that information on this other voice's behalf.
because she
Right.
turned right to it. Yeah.
And that it was the reaction does not seem to be one of like the vibe does not seem like this is something I have pulled one over on them. It was like there's something else I can take from this guy.
Mm.
Mm. Okay, so less sleeper agent and more pieces of your backstory remain to hurt you with.
Yes, sort of. Yeah,
Oh.
basically. Yeah.
Dude got kicked by a guard's horse when he was like 6 and went blind. I don't think
Like Joey's good.
he's had a rough enough time.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, trauma.
Right. So you sort of hear that, and she goes, but aloud, she's just sort of like, yeah, that's good to hear. I was a little worried about him going into that surgery as much as I can, and you feel like again that sort of like dissonance of like information that is not supposed to be given here. And she just like stops and like goes like you feel like a more cold aspect come back into her voice, and she just goes, yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg, buddy.
Knock, knock, knock.
Mm-hmm.
Who's there?
Ooh. There's actually a moment of silence there, and you can feel through this sort of connection, just a vague feeling of like suspicion.
Oh, good. I actually get to talk to you. Let me let you know, whatever power you are, you don't know everything. I see you. And I don't like you. And I'm going to rip you out of my friend if it is the last thing I do. And it will be excruciatingly painful for you. And then I will find you, wherever you are, and I will kill you. Slowly. Nightmares for you. Sweet dreams, Ahura.
You just hear Ahura go as you're leaving. She just goes, "Who would ever want to hurt little old me?"
That's a damn good fucking question.
And outie.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm walking out of the hole. Done with the shit.
You hear, you hear just a dry, a cackle coming from both of them in that moment, which is an odd experience. Just like Ahura is sort of reveling in the joke, and the other being reveling in everything.
Yeah. I know the shy little quiet girl is gone.
Yeah.
But like, how dare?
All right, and so
I don't know when that little girl went away, but. Yeah.
All right, so you head up and you close. I assume you. How much of this was Drake listening into?
Hole's open, so.
Yes, standing outside the hole. Whatever he heard.
Yeah.
I can see Drake dangling his legs down the hole.
So you hear pretty much all that, Drake.
Okay.
He's the strong, quiet type. He's got no comment.
Close the hole up.
I just tap Drake on the shoulder. Let's say thanks.
No problem. I start closing
I'll
up the hole.
I'll have a much nicer conversation with your headworm later.
Just let me know.
Yeah, not tonight. Maybe later.
All right.
Wonderful. So you close up the hole and you guys head to sleep.
I don't.
No, not yet.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna open the book.
Interesting. Okay, wonderful. Roll me just an Arcana check as you're investigating it.
Yeah. 11.
Yeah. It's some tough stuff. This is textbook. You are ultimately, whenever you go through and you're studying this, it is very much like finals cramming with a big thick tome of just shit. You know what I mean? Like the kinds that you'd find obviously in a university library where it's just like okay, some of this is interesting and most of this is, and in the 14th century Emperor, I guess in the 4th century Emperor Naismith was replaced by Emperor Aurelius, and it's a lot of horse shit that you're
pulling the lay whatever of the firmament, could channel specific energies related to conjuring.
Right, and it's thick. It's chewy. It's a chewy book. Yeah. All right.
I don't like chewy.
Wonderful. And so you guys make your way to bed. Dawn of the second day begins. We can have someone begin rolling. If someone would like to roll the survival check for this week. Because I don't think we did that last session. I think we just RP'd the first day.
Might have.
I think there was a survival check.
Oh, was there? Shit.
I'm not confident, but
I feel like maybe, but I also feel like I might have delayed it for some reason. We'll roll it a second.
Yeah, it was delayed. It was mainly just RP.
Roll one now.
Who wants it?
Wants to roll it?
Oh yeah. Who wants it? Hands up.
all right, Captain.
Easy, that's lightning.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll roll it since nobody's volunteering.
I stay quiet until I'm told to.
True, we call on you when you're needed, apparently.
Yeah, when we're concerned about the roll. Yeah, that's for sure.
And don't forget, I can always use the map as well.
Oh, and hit me with a Drake, by the way. Hit me with your Drake check.
I was actually
So
just
you
doing
can
it as
use
well.
a map?
Oh, yeah.
22.
22, good. Okay, you remain Adrian Drake on this second day of travel. What was the survival check there, Austin? Rush?
Oh, I couldn't tell if I was lagging or not because I didn't know what was happening.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. It is 21.
21, good. Yeah, you guys continue along with no general sorts of the landscape, begins to change as notably over this sort of second day of travel as you guys continue to travel. So, one thing you actually notice is that these sparse areas of tree actually begin to, then peter back out again. There's an area where it starts beginning to pick up additional, it starts looking like it's going to start thickening out, but then you notice that you begin a downward sort of slope into what begins to start being, I believe, this is within you guys begin to start sloping downwards into the terrain. The sort of shrub brush returns, but the terrain starts to lighten out. You are heading into there's a small area where it crosses the Deadlands proper. And with a 21, you as you guys are beginning to head out, you notice vaguely in the distance a sort of cloud of dust beginning to travel across your pathway, and you make sort of a small loop around to avoid it. On this second day of travel, potentially some sort of, you've heard of a lot of these the Benalian raiders that travel for blah, 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 English, back and forth across the Deadlands. That's the Jesus H. Mason. That sentence took longer than it needed to get out.
Oh, I love this.
Hey, every so often, English. Yeah, you guys sort of wane towards the end. You guys take a break. You stop off during this last sort of 8 hours of travel. 8 hours on the horseback, 8 hours as you sort of stop to feed the horses, rest them. You guys begin your sort of different trainings here. Let's see. Who would like to take the first watch during training? Keep an eye out.
Question though.
Yeah.
Which version of exhaustion are you using? Because it's one of the few things in 1D&D that's just straight up better across the board. I think personally.
For players or for DMs?
Players. Just for players, what exhaustion system are you using? Because I know we've never moved beyond 5e. I was just
5e.
Curious.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll stick to that.
Yeah. But yeah. So who wants to take the first? Thankfully, moving at that sort of same speed, you don't begin to incur levels of exhaustion with my sort of movement rules here. But yeah. So who wants to take the first watch as people are training here?
I can do it, fellas. Don't worry.
Wonderful.
All right, there you go.
Right. Oh, right. Roger, Dodger. Yeah, Jean-Jacques, having a rough one. Does look like... So you begin to start training in your... We decided... What did we decide upon? Oh, Rogue Master, right? So you begin, and you start, you're taking a second, and you're beginning to use, you guys kind of pop a makeshift training dummy that you guys have cobbled together, out of the hole, and you begin, prowling around it, beginning to look for its weaknesses. But you, you're sort of, you're finding your vision lapsing as you're going to attack, Jean-Jacques.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kid Roo, roll me a perception check here, please.
Yes, sir. Ooh, big perception check. How's a 3?
3.
Oh.
Don't put me on watch, guys.
You do not begin to notice until this. So that cloud of dust in the distance, kind of not moving towards you. You guys don't need to worry about that. But what does begin to move towards you is you sort of. Drake, you're going to sort of, you're beginning your training as you're working deeper into your, fighter levels. You're working on the opposite side of this dummy. You're trying to, use your guidance to help, move Jean-Jacques along, right? Try and work these fighting instincts. And you can feel your storm beginning to swirl overhead, actually picking up the dust of the Deadlands as it does so. And so, there is an active sort of dust storm that manifests above you guys here in this moment. As you guys are training. You are still able to complete it, but it is, it's definitely, you have to, sort of space out your rest a little more effectively in this day. And Jean-Jacques, you gotta roll me a survival check here. Just you yourself.
What a nice
Admiral,
day.
Admiral, you gotta tell me.
I'll let you do
Admiral,
Constitution too, if you want.
Yeah. Brush.
Yep.
What does it look like? What does it look like, Coach? Am I rusty? Is it a dust storm? What? Why can't I get these daggers to land? Do I have it backwards? Is it every 2 steps switch this end, or is 3 steps switch the? I used to know. I forgot.
You might just be missing the follow through, buddy.
Yeah.
Think of it like you're throwing a ball. Go from beginning to end.
What was that, Manny?
No, I was pondering the whole ball thing.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I did think you said the number and
You said con save? Con save?
Either con. I'll let you do either con or survival, Constitution or survival.
Okay. 22.
22. Yeah, you managed to. And which one was this? Was this Constitution?
Survival.
Survival. Okay. Yeah. So as you're doing this, you as you begin to like take this information from Uprush into account, you notice that like, how do I phrase it? It's like the information starts to like slide under your system, if that makes sense. Like you can feel the tiredness of your body. Like the physical exhaustion is still sort of hanging off of you, but you're noticing that you're beginning to move smoother. It's one of those like, you know, sometimes if you're you know, whatever it is, 40 minutes into a game of basketball, you might just randomly find your stride, right? Just from the act of continuing to do the thing. And so you're like, as he mentions that, you're sort of doing like a spinning, you know, dagger, turn, dagger, spin, dagger, and they're just like flying into this thing at all sides, all finding purchase. You finish off your training, no sweat. Wonderful.
Nice.
We draw to the end of the second night. And during this period, let's see. What is this? You... Wait, who would hear this? Oh, yeah, Hector. You had a sending, I believe, that you wanted to do?
I don't remember one. I remember offering one. I don't remember what it was for.
There were, I think a few different people had sendings that they were working on.
Yeah, me. It's gonna take forever.
Okay. Oh, to cook it up?
I sent tack.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's right, because we skipped the sending because it was too much for 25 words.
Yeah.
Yeah. The conversation's gonna span. Well, I mean, I guess we have enough time, but the conversation would span like so many castings of it.
Yeah, but let's see, I have Uprush has a few, I have Hector has a few, I had Kidru might have one.
I do, in fact, but probably not yet.
Okay, wonderful. So we draw to the end of the second day of travel. It's quiet night. I mean, this storm is just going to sort of all the sort of previous storms with Drake have been like sort of overarching over like a period of days. It just continues to sort of grow in strength as you go. But looking at the sort of map and the, you know, your plan sort of your planned travel plan, as it were, between here and Fermata, you know that it's probably only going to be an extra day through the Deadlands at this period. After that, it should just be, you should be back into the sort of Taiga sort of landscape. So everyone sort of beds down for bed. If no one else has anything, we'll begin day 3.
Not a fan of storms.
Yeah, John Jack will probably like try to read the book again, but after last night, he'll just like end up like falling asleep face first into it.
Okay. You face plant directly into it. Let's see. This would be...
I had a long, hard day on watch. Relaxing light.
And Kidru, as you bed down to sleep here, not you yet.
Not my turn.
Not your turn. Right. We sort of close out that day. Hector, you have a very brief, in your dreams, you have a brief memory of just like a pleasant sort of shore leave of just you sitting with your crew on a beautiful white sand beach, perfect, you know, like cerulean blue waters ahead of you, just sitting there quietly, wind blowing ever so softly through the skies.
Why would you do that too?
Huh? Yeah.
Why would you do that too?
Yeah. And you
Lovely.
guys just, you sit there, calm, content. As the evening sort of draws on, you notice that one of your crew members goes to set a bonfire in front of you. And you guys just laugh and sing songs and sing shanties and trade stories and drink until the wee hours of the night. a more peaceful moment than many you've experienced as a sailor. It sort of brings to your mind the strength of having people around you, and like this, as opposed to like sort of these moments which then like flash through your head as you awake of, you know, just riding the crow's nest in a horrific storm, right? Or in, you know, standing in front of a group of merchants who, you know, are being pillaged for their wares and being unable to do too much about it. It's odd. But I think these are the sorts of moments. Well, actually, is Hector the sort of person who reflects on the positive in his life, or does he tend to reflect more on the negative?
He's pretty just neutral. Like, he's kind of got like the just circle of life mentality. Like, what happens. It's a life on the sea. It's not stable. It's good when it's good. It's often harsh. He probably tries to revel in the good moments, however few they might be.
He's very, he's like a, it is what it is kind of guy.
Yeah.
But when you wake up, this sort of memory is, you know, it's one that you haven't thought on in a while. And so I think you wake a little bit more refreshed than normal. All right. Let's see. Day 3, you guys managed to get out of the... you guys managed to entirely clear the Deadlands proper. And it's... I mean, so we'll sort of... what is it? We'll fellowship rides for Rivendell through this period of the... until the next moment that someone would like to initiate a moment.
I don't know. I guess mine's kind of like a when others pick up on it kind of thing.
Jesus.
Yeah. So then let's tag it. Let's do. Yeah, I think anyone can roll an insight check that would be more focused on their would be less focused on just the all-out ride and more focused on just the environment around them.
Natural 20.
Brilliant.
Fitting.
Brilliant. Kid Roo, Manny, feel free to describe what Jean-Jacques looks in this moment.
Jean-Jacques is going every other night and sometimes 2 nights in a row not sleeping or just not sleeping well. For most of the journey, he hasn't been talking much. He'll just be stuck in that book, like just beating his head against it metaphorically and sometimes literally. He has these I don't know, I think Kid Roo might have seen him do it once. But like he keeps these like little faintly glowing little auras around his wrist. And they're like encoded memories. And he's been like obsessively like refreshing them, viewing them, refreshing, viewing. He has not gone to talk with Ahura again. And like a few more days in, there's you notice that the amounts of them that he has is like steadily increasing. Which before he only had like 1, and then before the Bahan fight, and now 2. I think it was 1 before the Bahan fight.
I only know of the Bahan one personally.
Yeah, I know definitely there was the Bahan one. I gotta keep track of those. But anyways, they're starting to increase. So there's the one that's yellow, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's a larger and larger amount of blue ones that are like accumulating, and it's like this like dark blue, some of them like almost black, and it's just like
amazing. I don't know, as much as I feel like I could say something about it myself, I feel like I would probably go to Uprush as your captain. and say something to him. I'd probably go find Uprush at one point. And once I'm growing concern of like, okay, maybe once they start appearing more, because I can understand like losing yourself in your work and like not sleeping properly and dealing with stuff, and it's like, well, everyone's pushing themselves. Maybe they're just going a little. It's all like excusable to some extent, and then just more memories start popping up. It's like, okay, maybe I should go tell the captain.
That's fair. It's very fair.
So I go find Uprush.
Depending on the time of day, he's probably meditating, honestly. He took it up finally.
Yeah, this is probably about the, let's say, if folks are fine with me skipping ahead to this is probably about maybe the 7th day of travel, just in that you have now noticed there are enough of these that are going, being collected by Jean-Jacques. So, ooh, pardon me. So, the landscape over these last few days, has begun to shift more from, tundra to taiga, meaning that there are more and more, like, sort of valleys of trees that begin to appear around you. Like, the sort of environment has begun to, the ground has begun to develop a sort of frost, even at some places like a sort of permafrost. And these, like, sort of, like, boreal valleys of trees begin to appear around and about you occasionally. You guys have, on this day, you've sort of bedded down in one of these sort of, large sort of segments of trees that are there just for the sake of, blocking visual from around you. And yeah, you're sort of, what did you say Uprush would be doing in this moment?
What time of day are we thinking? Is it right now?
Probably late afternoon. This is sort of your, like, this is not like full training. You guys aren't training for 8 hours. It's like training, resting, cooking food, using the restroom, all of those sorts of things.
Banger.
Hobbying.
Probably meditating.
Cool.
Feeling like there's something that he needs to connect with, and also working very heavily on his breathing.
Kid Roo, hit me with another perception check here.
I'm so good at those.
Yeah.
31.
Kid Roo is oblivious as he walks up to Uprush. Uprush, as you're meditating, there is, I don't think you notice this either in this moment, but as you're breathing in and out, there's a light waft of air moving around you as you begin to breathe. Like, the movement of the trees around you is following your breath and not the pattern of wind that is passing around in different directions. You do not notice this as Kid Roo walks up to you.
Hey, Uprush.
Huh? What? What's up?
I have a mild concern for you.
Uh-oh.
I guess I'll just give that same general breakdown. Basically, I'm not sure that Jean-Jacques is doing very well. I know everyone's been training and focused on their own stuff, so it's kind of hard to notice. But it started off with his eating and his sleeping and a lack of either, realistically. Which I think is reasonable to some extent, but those bracelets, the memory bracelets that he has on his arm, I'm not very familiar with them. I don't know what they are exactly, but I have seen that he is getting more of them, and that they are blue and dark, and I don't know if he's pulling his own memories out, or if he's doing something else terrible. But I feel like maybe we should talk to him.
It's like, oh boy. He's like, you're a good man. You're a good man, Ro. He's gonna get up off the ground. It's like, okay, has he seen Aura lately?
I didn't know about the first time, so I would probably just say no in general. I don't think so.
Okay. All right, I'll talk to him. Make sure his head isn't about to explode.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for telling me. You're doing okay too, right?
Me? I'm fantastic.
Good. We'll look for Sean Jack.
Now, Uprush, when he's meditating, does he wear that long duster jacket on him whilst meditating, or no?
No.
Okay. And is he? So then, like shirt wise. Oh wait. So like right now. So even in the cold, you're not like bundled up. You're kind of just feeling the weather around you, as it were, while you're.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable for him, but he's doing it anyways because he feels like it'd be worth it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You. Oh wait, you rolled a natural, a dirty one on the perception check. Never mind. I was about to say you notice a thing, and then I was like, you don't notice anything.
I noticed nothing.
Right.
Someone else will notice down the line, probably.
Yep. So Uprush heads off.
In my mind, I didn't even notice he was meditating.
He was just sitting there, according to him.
Hey!
Like, wow, this guy's like staring at a tree. That's odd, you know?
I was considering like walking up and meditating with him for a minute. And then nope.
Yeah.
Hey!
All right, so where does Uprush go in this moment?
He'll look right for Jean Jacques, be like, all right, where is he?
Wonderful. At like probably let's say, yeah, probably like the late 5 o'clock sort of hour. What is Jean-Jacques up to, Manny?
He's thinking. Or maybe he didn't hear you.
No, he heard me.
Oh, I was muted.
Oh.
Okay. So I was mumbling. Check my notes. What is he doing? Yeah, he's gonna be like, he's gonna be in his tent.
Mm-hmm.
He has the book like propped up against like a crate. He's like sitting on the floor, and he has like several pages like ripped out of it, and they're like all sprawled out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna be like tugging at something on his temple.
Okay.
And he's gonna be pulling out this disgusting black inky like strand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You
Like-
kind of see this from
I'll touch
behind
it.
of just the assortment of things and the like someone picking an ingrown hair out of their head.
Oh.
It's like,
Look at this seat up. He's walking.
It's like
yeah.
Just. Oh.
He's gonna get that encoded memory.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna wrap it around his wrist and add it to the concerningly ever growing.
Oh my.
Like.
Oh wait. Quick clarification. Am I here? I probably would have come with
Probably would've
unless
followed.
Uprush made any indication that I shouldn't. In which case I would have just.
not have.
No,
You
Okay,
would
then
not.
I'd probably yeah.
Just. Oh, I wish I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, no, that actually is terrible.
Okay. Hey, Jean-Jacques, you okay? Don't lie to me.
He
It's looking right at him, don't lie.
That's crazy.
he's gonna like practically jump out of his skin,
oh, like
like give out like an unmanly yelp,
Yeah.
and get up, turn around, like crick his neck, and like fall over.
No, okay.
and he's like hyperventilating. Just stares for a second.
You see, now I don't even need an answer because I've never snuck up on you before. What's going on?
Ooh.
He rubs his like the back of his neck. Like I gotta fix it.
Gotta fix what?
I her. I have to fix her.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now I should have seen this movie. Buddy, look, it's not all on you. Alright? It's not just
Who
you.
else?
Who
Who else?
else?
Who else?
Jean-Jacques, you helped figure out how to stop the entire despot from running your beloved country, and you did it with us.
A third of everyone I grew up with is damaged. A third is dead, and a third is missing.
Mm-hmm.
I've fixed. Why? Why? Just...
I was going to sit down next to him. Honestly, buddy, I couldn't tell you why. I think a lot of bad things happen to a lot of good people. They don't deserve it, including you. But it's not your job to solve all those problems alone.
Who else can reach into the mind of my broken friend and talk to the thing that's tormenting her? Who else can reach into the mind of my other broken friend and talk to both of the ones in there? Who else? Who else?
I can't say I know. And I think you're doing a good job with what you got so far. But don't drive yourself crazy. Okay? Everyone that you know who's okay now appreciates you for what you've done already.
I was already crazy. Half of these aren't new. Every single thing that changed me to become the broken me I am today. And a quarter of them are trying to memorize this. I feel like I'm split between 4, 5 different things, and there's not enough me to do it.
Then don't rely on just you. Rely on us. We'll help you out as best we can. And whatever we can't do, we'll try to find somebody else who can do it. I don't want her to suffer any more than you do, buddy. Or any of the people back in your home. But driving yourself crazy and killing yourself over it isn't going to help anybody. They're just going to miss you instead.
Yeah, well. I think I might have just had a breakthrough. And he pulls out that inky, black memory chain.
Oh, okay. Oh. So, what's that?
You know when you read a book and there's that exciting climax part of the book?
More or less.
And it's just the biggest moment, the turning point of that book.
Yeah.
I found a way to do that. To get all the climaxes of all the books. And he starts just tugging at it. and distill it. Like
Distill it.
like a spirit or fine high proof rum. And concentrate. Pain itself.
I was just gonna look at Kid Look
What?
back at Sunshine.
I don't know if this is. Maybe it'll help me. More importantly, it might help her. If I can just rip that damn thing out.
What is that?
Exactly
Beyond pain and the climax of a story?
It's a shit metaphor. I haven't gone to sleep, okay?
I can't. I understand the metaphor.
I
be honest with you,
concentrated the emotional essence of years of horrible trauma and torture into a single encoded thought.
That you intend to give to somebody else.
No.
Oh, but that was
No.
okay. What is your what?
No, if I can make this, if I can take this out, I'm one step closer to helping Ahura. I can take this out of me. Maybe I could take and like look at the Bahan memory, the one that's like the sickly yellow.
Mm-hmm.
I take that one and take this out of her. Not that either of these actually removed it, but it's a start. It's something.
It's something.
Something. These are copies, but they were extracted. So if I could find a way to really bring up the weed, root and all.
Well, it's a start. But I think you should probably get some rest.
Rest is lost time. You've been training me well enough, haven't you? You saw me stick those daggers in that dummy.
Yeah.
That I'm doing this.
I never told you not to sleep or to get rest on it. You see
I know,
me?
but I'm doing both. I'm doing both. I can do it all. Just give me time. Give me time. I can figure this out.
Josh,
It
you
looks
got
like all.
time, man.
God,
Oh, it's not going anywhere.
how much? Yeah, she's locked in an invisible cage inside of an extra-dimensional hole.
It wasn't my idea.
I know, but what? It's a better alternative than killing her.
Yeah.
And what's to say something doesn't kill me? Then what hope is there? No one is going to set aside their life, their livelihood, and their sanity to help a half-undead, mind-slaved assassin in an invisible box.
I would.
Hey, you're too good to be true. All right, just give me a second. All right.
I do my best too, just like I told you I would.
But who can do these things? Thank you. I love you all dearly for this, but I have to do this. I don't see another way.
At least get some sleep. Even if you're gonna drive yourself crazy.
A little bit. Getting some sleep. I've been sleeping.
I'm gonna be honest with you, buddy. You don't look so good. I think you working on this will kill you before something else does. If you don't rest enough.
One platform, any website.
It's like you said, when you're worth dead. And not sleep enough can kill you. Trust me, there was a guy in my town. True story. Didn't get enough sleep for about 3 weeks. Died because he had a headache.
I'm gonna insight check his ass.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I want to roll against him. Fuck that.
Oh yeah. Deception or persuasion, whichever it is. Don't tell us.
Let me see which one has a higher stat for me.
Well, it's based off of whether this is a true story or not. So if it is a true story that Uprush is telling, it is persuasion. If it is a false story, it is deception. You don't have to tell us which one it is.
Oh, I won't.
Okay, good.
I think it's
And
You gotta beat a 17.
I gotta be a 17.
You have to beat a 17.
17. Oh man. 20.
You cheating motherfucker. Yeah. I knew where that was going. All right. And yeah.
Whether it's true or not, I believe him. Luckily, I do not have a tech thought running.
At least some rest. Just get good rest. You'll think better, you'll feel better, and you'll do better.
How long did you say it was? 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Cool. I got 2 weeks. Thanks for
Grab his shoulders. Listen to me. I get it.
Rush, calm down.
When you feel you got the whole weight of the world on your shoulders, it drives you crazy. I know. I lost a whole crew. And I could have just let myself die right there, but I said I got better things to do. Don't kill yourself to solve your problems, because then you'll just be dead and the problems will still be there.
It's not the plan.
Best laid plans of mice and men. Mom told me that.
I have no clue what that means.
I don't
the
either.
pipes?
Plans go wrong all the time. You don't plan to die now, but you might die anyways. You might as well die doing okay instead of doing poorly.
What does that have to do with mice?
Jack. He's like, you were at close range. I swear. That's what I'm telling you.
You are in melee range, bro.
Mm-hmm. You are in close range to me right now. Listen to what I'm telling you. You can do it, but you'll do even better with some rest.
Okay, fine.
Don't make me come back in here. And put that thing somewhere, like the freaking the gross,
Oh, the inky black dripping memory thing.
I'm like, and put that somewhere. I don't even. Oh.
I cast like somewhere between the at will alter self that I have, and yeah, because alter self, yeah, because it could change like things on me.
Yeah.
Mm.
I just make it disappear. Like don't worry about it.
Good. Yeah, I don't see you sleep in the night. You're in trouble. I'm gonna tie you to a tree.
Okay. I'll sleep.
Let me ask, what's going through Kid Drew's head as he watches this interaction?
Honestly, what I was just thinking about, I keep referring to Uprush as their captain because in a way we've never interacted like that.
Yeah.
I've never saw him as a leadership role until maybe this moment. And like, I don't know how else to put it. That was a leadership moment. That was him talking to one of his subordinates and like a positive, like reinforcing, giving him help. Basically what I went to him for, he just did it really well.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, this is the captain."
Wow, he takes care of his crew.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's so as Uprush turns around to leave, is there any like physical countenance that Kid Rue, like how does he react to these people? You know? Like in this moment, like a moment like this, like how would he carry himself?
How would Uprush carry himself, or
No,
how
no,
would
no,
Kid Roo carry
Kid Roo. Just sort of this, like, as you turn around to go, I'm just sort of wondering, like, what sort of, like, physical, is it, like inspectory? Has he got, like, head cocked, like, watching? Is it, like, stands at attention sort of thing? Like, what's the, like, the reaction, like, physically?
So, Weird Bag probably a little defeated, even though that ended positively.
Yeah.
Because he ended up... I kept considering it, but I ended up letting Uprush just talk it through it, because it was going well.
Yeah.
So I never felt the need to. But, like, his stance of he's now broken and splintered into so many pieces, and he can't... Like, compared to who he used to be.
Yeah.
Which was exactly Kid Roo previously, and in a way of, like, he felt like he could or maybe should have reached out and helped, and he didn't.
Yeah. All right. As Uprush turns to walk away, you can hit me with an insight check here with advantage, kid.
Me?
Yeah.
Amazing. A 13.
13.
Yeah, I'll text you.
Yeah. You get a vibe that may sort of open itself up later on.
I get vibes. I don't know what that means at all. I'm with you.
Exactly.
Hey,
You don't know
something.
what it means at all. Yeah.
You learn something later,
Jesus.
maybe.
But
It is raining so hard.
yeah, we sort of head out here. All right, that moment sort of draws to a close. Yeah, I think. Where's Jean-Jacques heading? He's just returning to the spellbook.
Yeah, because it's 5, so he'll
Wonderful.
keep studying for a bit, and he's going to start looking at that
All right.
that inky black encoded thought.
Yeah. All right. With that, day 7 draws to a close. We should have. Oh, actually, sorry. Somewhere along here, I should have been because we fast forwarded. Let's hit me with a couple of Drake checks, Travis.
Ooh. Great checks.
Drake check.
Yeah, I did a few rolls for it.
All right. So number 3 is.
Number 3 was a 24.
24 succeeds. All right. Number 4 was.
Number 4 was a 13.
Okay, so wonderful. So day that would have been, let's see, end of day 1, end of day 2, end of day 3, end of day 4. So this would be going into day 5. You swap back to RAL. So you have 2 days there as well. I'm assuming 2 days there as RAL. So what were the next 2 checks you had?
The next one was an 8.
Oh, then back to Adrian again.
And then the last one was a 19.
Oh, okay. So it stays as Drake again. Interesting. Okay. Ariel, on that one night that you popped out, you had like sort of a.
Oh, Ariel had a day?
Yeah.
Was he the one that I need to inspect?
No, it was Drake.
No, it's Drake. Okay, I'll do that after then.
Yeah. So, which I mean, yeah, you can do it. So that one day that that Ariel pops out, you sort of. You feel within you a strong, like, that desire to be moving towards this northward location. It's like, what's a good way to phrase it?
Not still north, is it?
I'm trying to think of, like, I'm trying to think of a game physically where there's almost like a metal detector or something like that, where like you have to move it around to find the correct location. Like in a sense like that, you feel like you're you're starting to feel that like ding 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 within your head as you're like moving this way, right? On top of that,
oh, is it getting some parallax?
Yeah, there is. As you go to sleep that one night, you feel that there is an odd sensation of being surrounded on all sides. You don't get the visual in this moment. This is a dream that is like solely just like feelings and pressure, which is a very odd like moment for you, but you feel like you are surrounded on all sides, and you feel the sense of like wind moving about you in multiple directions. It's not a very long sort of dream. It just is like you and you wake up as Drake in the morning. So this is like a very like this sort of sits with you as you are in the sort of the back of the mind, in the darkness where RAL is. You know what I mean? Like you just feel like you're experiencing these things, and it feels very how do I describe it? It feels very hectic, this dream. Like that there are multiple things at play, and you get a sense of high tension. Yeah. Wonderful. So we pop back to current day 7. So were you saying that, Manny, were you saying that Jean-Jacques was going to go and check in with Drake on this day, or just later on, you were saying?
You can check in now.
Okay, cool. All right, wonderful. So, let's feel free to go ahead and do that. All right. So you kind of, as you sort of finish up with the spell book, this sort of idea of the dreams, of getting enough sleep, sort of weighing on your head. You meander your way over towards Drake. Cool.
All right.
Drake, you kind of what does Drake do during his non-training moments during this sort of period? Like what is Drake's like kind of just we're in a location but we're just vibing, sort of like downtime. What's his downtime like activity? Does he have any like hobbies, drawing, singing, anything of that sort?
He would probably just take a piece of wood and start carving it.
All right. So you see Drake just sort of whittling. He's been at it for a while. Yeah, it's probably a sort of you're probably going. Oh, no, it's back to 1. You're all good.
Okay, 1.
Yeah. Yeah, you see him sort of whittling what appears to be like an owl bear. And the owl portion of it has come out pretty well so far. The bear portion, not so much yet. All right. All right. So
We'll see.
You make your way up to Drake.
Yeah. Want to do a head check? To see what's going on with the lost memories?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Wait.
I cast Detect Thoughts.
Wonderful. And Drake, you're letting them in?
Yep.
Alright.
I'm a Prowlin. Alright, so I'm gonna start asking some like questions like, okay, so how did you come to meet RL?
While I was working on a ship a while back, he ended up just walking up to me at the dock.
So you two were separate.
Yes.
Okay, what do you say?
He wanted to recruit me for some mission for his god, and I ended up saying no and board my ship. He ended up following along.
What event brought you two together?
Hmm?
What event brought you two together? Wait a second.
I'll take a second while that's happening. Drake, you actually, there's a weird, the memory in your head, the space where Ariel was, like his physical form, has been like, has been hidden from you. You just sort of see like this aura of like electricity that just surrounds this space. But like you don't have a memory, like you have the memory of speaking with him. You don't have like the physical memory of Ariel in this moment.
Yeah.
And it's the same way where like when you think of him in your head, you just sort of envision this like presence rather than like an entity. I was just talking to Travis there.
Yeah.
The moment that we end up getting fused, I was on the ship Agalia, which was the one I used to serve under mainly. We were being chased by... some sort of ship. I'm not remembering what it was exactly. But a storm had suddenly come about. I was down below. Me and him were having an argument. And my ship ended up getting struck by lightning. Next up, I woke up floating in the sea.
So you have a whole lot more detail than Ariel.
A lot more, yeah.
Ariel doesn't remember anything. Interesting. What was the mission? Did you describe it on the docks?
That's the part that I can't remember.
Okay, cool.
Anything dealing with his mission, his god, is just blank. Even his physical form, I don't remember what he looks like.
Was the god of the storms? No, any god of storms?
I would assume so. I'm pretty sure the lightning was probably his god. Maybe as punishment for not getting the mission done.
Alright, I'm gonna start digging for the mission.
Alright, wonderful. So as you kind of go to, like, dive in, you're sort of
like try to wrap around that gap that he has. He's like, oh, I remember this, and I'm kind of like touching on those edges.
Yeah, you jump sort of to the back to like just start scanning forward. You see a memory of two young boys sitting inside a small stone home lit by sort of a center fire hearth. They're both sitting at what appear to be desks that are placed within this room. And you see let's see. Remind me again, is Kendrick the older brother, Travis?
Yes.
Yeah. You see a slightly larger, a little bit heavier set. Like, this is young, sort of, maybe not farmhand, but like that sort of like upper stocky body sort of kid build, who's sort of just sitting there. You see him at his desk, and he is just like actively, he's head down, he's penciling out something. You see standing before them just an elderly looking, not super old, but like what would equate to like our late 40s sort of ish elf standing there, that is just sort of silvery haired. I believe that this is Travis. This is a guy elf that we had.
Female.
Yeah. Oh, female. Yeah. So sort of a longer, halfway down her back, sort of silvery hair, elf that is just standing there, kind of cross, has like very a pinched nose sort of expression, sort of dictating to these boys. And you see that the older one is like hunched over the seat to the point where he is like almost rising up out of the chair with like the fervor that he is writing. The younger boy, you see like kind of leaning back, filling out one or two bits, and then taking the pencil or the quill and picking his teeth with it, writing out another sentence, taking the quill, sort of picking his teeth with it. And then you see, very briefly, you hear off to the side, like sort of a crash, sort of, that you see the teacher and the older brother turn and look at this location of the crash. Just looks like it's a sort of like a standing coat rack that has fallen down. And you turn back, and the younger brother is gone. You sort of follow the memory as you see him scampering through the hallways, and you find it flashing moment to moment as the younger brother tears off. You see him moving along this sort of wooden docks of this sort of raised town, and then scampering down a sort of cliffside to the sea. Very rocky, think Maine sort of cliffside. And then it hops forward again, and you see him standing at like a sort of like an inlet, and just watching. Like he's crouched down and sort of peering intently off into the distance. And you see that there's sort of a ripple of the water. And then another ripple of the water. And then you see breaching a long head of a sea serpent that rises up, breaches, splashes back underwater, and you see a current of like wake following it off just into the distance. We jump forward. You see a memory of a slightly older, the younger brother. Travis, feel free to describe Drake at around the age of 13.
Ooh. Oh, I was not prepared for this. He's not going to be as muscular, but you probably start seeing the hints of training
and
that he's been going through.
And is he wearing his hair? You know how his current hair is in like that sort of dreadlock style pattern that was on the. Is his hair starting to? Has he started wearing it in that fashion yet, or is it still like sort of just unruly?
More unruly. You probably see like one or two dreadlocks here or there.
Like just some sort of like long ones just hanging down around and around. Yeah. And you see that as this happens, so we pan in on this sort of vision of 13-year-old Drake sort of sitting there. He is currently just in an armchair. It looks like another stone room of the building. You get the sense now, sort of just by the size of the rooms, that this is a maybe not like large house, but it is a decent sized house that these boys are in. And you see that he's sort of sitting in an armchair, by the fire. And he is currently he's currently actually just whittling what appears to be a larger block of wood. This one does not have much feature to it yet. You get the vague sense that this is supposed to be like a chubby bear face, but it's not looking great. And you notice that as he kind of like sits and like mutters to himself, you hear the sound of a bang upstairs. And he sort of like turns around, and the memory fades out for a second. You see it fade back in. And you see that Drake is standing in the hallway, arms against the wall, currently brandishing what appears to be just a wooden sword. Grab behind, you can see that there's like a rack of standing practice weapons, right? And you see, turning around the corner of a hallway, you hear a faint whisper, and you see that there are a group, you see 2 or 3 like hooded figures in this hallway. You hear the sound of Drake charging, and then the memory blacks out, and you see just further along, you see that there is currently a you see that off now beginning to move through the streets of the city. You see that these group of cultists are carrying this unconscious boy with them. And you hear very briefly the sound of a war horn in the distance before the memory snaps forward again, and you see Travis, feel free to describe your dad in this moment, Drake's dad, as he sort of bounds forward into the view.
Give me a moment, gotta bring up a picture of him real fast.
Right.
To remind myself.
Mm-hmm. And this, like, you see that, like, in this moment, Jean-Jacques, just physically, that, like, there's a light rain starting to come down, and you see that you can hear the sound of movement on all sides of you, as, like, people are hustling and bustling around. Okay, you good, Travis?
Yeah. So you basically see an older gentleman in like a admiral attire. His hair's bit disheveled from being out at sea usually. He has kind of like a jaw strap around the facial hair.
Yeah.
And it ends up going around his mouth as well. English.
Is he hobbled at all by any of his years at sea? Are there any notable injuries, or does he still carry himself well?
He is carrying himself very well.
Wonderful. And you see that he sort of charges forward with this long sort of broadsword in his hands. He has a small hammer at his belt. And you just very quickly, in just quick flashes of this moment, you see like these hooded figures raising their hands, going to cast magic, and like you get the flash of Drake's father coming in, striking, and then the body hitting the floor, flashing to the next moment of just like piling up bodies. And you get from Adrian's perspective of this moment, just like his eyes sort of fluttering awake as his dad is sitting over him. You just hear, he hears very quietly in this moment, just, "You all right, son?" And then we snap out. Let's see. You snap forward to a much older Adrian Drake at this point, probably in his mid-20s. Oh, no, wait, hold up. No, not correct. Wait, how old is Drake right now? Travis.
Give me a moment. He is 35.
35, yeah. So, like, early 20s-ish, in this moment, you see that, you see him standing in a suit. And you look around, and, like, the memory begins to fade out from Drake in this moment. Dreadlocks done up nicely, everything looking, prim and proper, and it begins to fade out to the people around him, and you see that there's sort of a group of, like, very cut sailors, like, lots of scars, lots of, like, different sorts of, missing tooth, missing cut ear, jaw sort of. There's one guy that has, like, physically a portion of his jaw has been lost. But they're all just sort of sitting there and chuckling. And, like, they're all wearing suits as well. And you begin to fade out, and you see around them that there's a sort of, a number of, like, tables here. It doesn't look like it's, like, seats, just, like, sort of, like, standing tables. There's probably 7 or 8 tables as the memory sort of fades out around you in this moment, right? And, you begin to see women in dresses, young girls that are like flowers in their hair and things like that. You begin to see that there's that there are a couple of cats that are just like sitting gently sort of on a table, and you hear very like slowly this sort of music began popping. I mean, the equivalent of dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
And you see so, like the first person that sort of like appears right before this music happens is the older brother, Kendrick Drake, just sort of like, he's dressed to the nines. He's wearing like a different color blazer. He's very clearly the groom in this instance. And you see, AJ needs to pull up the image as well. Pause, champ. Drake. Yeah. You see kind of like this like dark brown sort of like auburn haired woman, who is, dressed in not quite a wedding dress, appears to be like a combination like dress / like almost pirate attire, you know what I mean? Like sailor attire, like sort of like long leather sort of like areas of like pants and like bodice, but that are obviously augmented by like the white dress sleeves and the fucking what's it called, the train out behind her. And you hear the priest who now appears in this sort of inky fading in image, the dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. And you see Adrian walk up and take his place beside his brother at his brother's wedding. We snap forward to the after party where the father comes sort
What a
of
wholesome
stumping
aspect.
in.
I love this.
His father sort of comes stumping in. At this point, it appears that Theo has lost the use of a portion of his leg. Looks like there is like a chunk down the side carved out of it. And is just sort of like, stumbling in. But you see that he wide smile on his face as he sort of claps his sons on the shoulder and just goes, it's a pleasure to be seeing you be wed finally, boy. And he turns and he looks at Drake and he goes, looks at Adrian and goes, I'm hoping at some point you'll be next. When are you fixing to find yourself, someone and come back home, boy?
Not really planned, you know me.
Yeah, go with the flow.
I'm already married to the sea.
Yeah. That's what he goes. By God, we knew we couldn't get you away from it. He turns and he looks at Kendrick and he goes, never a problem like your brother. Now, to be fair, I love you both dearly. And he goes, but, and he points at you and he points at Drake and he goes, but I'm telling you, if Silwyn catches you sneaking off one more time to God knows where, he's like, I understand it. Trust me, I understand it. But if she catches you sneaking off to God knows where, she is going to request the use of corporal punishment. Like, they're very against it. Will 100% be requesting it if she catches you running again, boy. and just like Theo, Kendrick just goes, now, Dad, that Adrian has, always had his eye elsewhere. Nothing to judge. But, hey, he kind of claps you on the neck here, the one where, like, just right there. And he goes, but, feel free to come and visit me at my tavern anytime. Because I'm telling you, we will be getting a tavern. It will be happening very shortly. I promise you this. And you hear your dad sort of scoff and just go, I don't know exactly how you plan on finding the coin for a tavern, boy, but, I hope once you've got it, I'm entitled to all the ale you can hook me up with. And you see Theo go, yeah, of course. Or Kendrick just go, yeah, of course. And the memory sort of fades out from this moment. Roll me
I assume Adrian is reliving them as I am delving in.
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
like
because it has to be a thought for me to.
Yes, exactly.
pick it up. So yeah.
You are well. This is sort of the same way that we did the Ariel ones, where we gave you like these moments of uncovered memory. These are like ones that like, as you're looking for like who Drake is and like what this sort of connection means to him, and you know how it would mean to him as a person. You're seeing these moments. You see. Roll me a investigation check here, John Jock.
Okay. Investigation. Or 6.
6. Okay. You also see before you a you come back into a memory of Drake at sea in this moment. And you spot an oncoming ship. And there you get a sense of foreboding. You see beside Drake the sort of well-robed, finely dressed, sort of same half-elf, right? Karn? Half-elf?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, for some reason my brain was telling me...
I think I recognize him from something before.
Yeah, and you recognize him
from
that...
Yeah, because John Jack's seen him before.
From the Ariel memory that you were in before. Yeah.
Yep.
And you recognize him sort of standing beside you, and you hear him say, well, anyone approaching like that, we should perhaps be arming ourselves, mon ami. And you see Drake very slowly pull the his original weapon off of his back, and you flash forward into a moment of more robed like intruders beginning to swing aboard the ship, right? Like, again, the robes not great for being at sea, but they all seem to it's different, and they don't seem to bear the same like coloration necessarily, but they all, the one you saw before and this one, both appear to be shades of blue. Different shades of blue, namely. This one sort of appears to be like across the center there's like almost like a sash of like a different coloration, but of like a dark midnight blue and a like sky blue that's sort of coming across the center here. As these guys swing across and engage in battle, there's a back and forth and up and down, and you flash forward to the end of memory, and all these cultists lay dead again. And you have the very faint essence of a memory of an unconscious Drake beladen by the cold. And you snap out of these memories.
When Drake like comes to, because imagine he's also deep in thought. They're like tear streaks down John Jack's face. Like, not like currently, but that there was.
Alright, why are the tears?
I'm the head guy. Why is everyone my head guy today?
Guy reads minds, can't handle his own thoughts.
It may be a different kind of happy and sad to see that you had a beautiful family. I lost my mom when I was like really young. You know, I don't know when my birthday is. I'm like 30 something. I just guessed. Well, technically Mama Tumba guessed. Never knew my dad. Happy that someone got to.
I only lives with my brother and my father whenever he showed up.
Anyway.
Hard. Kind of hard when you have a job of being head admiral of the king's ship.
But okay, that was a lot of cultists. What?
Ugh.
Can we talk about the cultists?
I don't know what's up with them.
Okay, because
They
feels relevant.
love just appearing out of nowhere and
Dude, that's
attacking.
not normal. No, that's not
They're
normal.
trying to kidnap me or kill me.
Adrian, and I kind of just grabbed Adrian by the face. Adrian, that's not normal. That doesn't happen.
I know it's not normal.
Can you even reach his face?
Bro, I'm not that short.
It's really tall though, isn't he?
From Drake's
John
perspective,
Jack's 5'5".
from Drake's perspective, it looks like
I'm
John
6'2".
Jack is reaching up to him to give him to ask for uppies.
I just flashed the sky two fat middle fingers.
Yeah.
No, guys.
And the sky responds with a bolt of lightning.
No, not again.
Not again. Yeah, but you kind of clap him on the face. That's not normal.
Like that's not normal. That's not normal.
What he was doing.
Doesn't happen.
I'm pretty sure the few times that you saw my memory, they weren't the only times. They've done it
Wait,
multiple
This
times.
has happened more than twice.
Yes.
It was weird at 2. I'm just letting you know it was weird here. Here, it was weird. Here, very weird. Here, Adrian, I think we found out what your problem is.
The thing is, I don't know why they attacked me when I was young, but it seemed to increase after me and Ariel ended up being put together.
Oh, I can't imagine why. Oh,
And a lot of times they end up calling him Lord Ariel. And that killing me or doing something to me will release him again.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
How has
goodness,
this gone entirely unmentioned until now?
Because they haven't showed up, which I've been quite happy about.
That's great. That's wonderful. I meant in conversation. Oh, right, because you don't do conversation. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me is hilarious.
I feel like that's relevant. Can I call Ruben? I'm calling Ruben. Rube!
Rue, you hear a vague echo across the camp.
Rube!
Oh my god, I heard something? Brilliant. I'm on my way.
Nice.
I perceived.
You
feel like I should
perceive
hear
the
that
sound of a voice in the forest that is not common.
True.
I'll brush the statement. Things like I don't want to know. Whatever
I'm
it is.
just,
I
like,
don't
I'm
wanna
just over
know.
here like massaging my temples while I wait for Rue to
I
show up.
already had one.
What's going on?
God. Storm affiliated. May or may not have a cult. Primary color, navy blue. Secondary color, sky blue. Will assassinate people for a supposed minor deity. Give me a god.
Give me a god.
Roll. You can.
Would
hit me
I
with-
know?
Yeah, you can hit me with a religion check here.
Alright.
I know anything
23.
about those types of folk. They wear a
23.
lot of specific colors and they pretend it
So-
means something.
With a 23, it's like Storm affiliated god. You're like there's only really one, but he's not really worshipped to your knowledge. You haven't heard. I mean, you had a brief this was your knowledge that you gained just through the shit with the Lambent 3 was you basically had a brief dossier, you know what I mean, on each god, and it's it's like, okay, this god, the Sunderer of Skies, you're like, he hasn't had any notable following for 1100 years, you know, like this is not like a common thing. And the colors don't sound accurate either. You're like, to my knowledge, he's mainly just associated with electric blue, you know, and sometimes like grays, like electric blues and like bluish grays, right? But you know, he said a cult. It pops into your head. It's, well, maybe this is, you know, if they're a cult to him, it's possible that they don't even know what the fuck they're signed up for. You know what I mean? Like they could just be amalgamating information, as it were. It's, you know, it's 1,000 years from now in real life, someone finding all the Shrek jokes and being like, and they worshipped a green man with antenna coming out of his head. You know, it's
Brutal.
yeah.
Amazing stuff. Well, I'll generally relay it. I know of a god that it could be the Sunderer of Skies, but he doesn't really have a following, or at least one that I know of. So this would be, I guess, something unusual, something that. How did you find this out? Excuse me.
I was doing the memory thing, and he keeps getting ambushed by cults. You're a paladin. Do you get ambushed by cults?
You know, I don't think I've ever been ambushed by a cult, actually.
Ever? How many times? Adrian, I'm sorry, I'm not being like, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just astonished that you go through this. 4, 5? What would you guesstimate? How many times have you been ambushed by a cult wearing navy blue vestments with sky blue accents?
At the top. Yeah, around there, around 4 or 5.
4, 5? Okay. And I just point at Adrian.
And a few of them had different. Actually, a few of them had different colorations. Like, they didn't all wear the same like coloration.
Okay, dude's getting ambushed by the Care Bear Squad of the Skies. All right, we got different colors now. It's like the Power Rangers, like you get. Oh no.
That's why kind of I assume part of it is like why you're like, okay, I don't know if all of these guys are in league with each other, because they all seem like they're doing different things. Some of them are like, I'm gonna kill you. Some of them are like, you know, let's just take him. And some of it, yeah, it all seems very different from what you.
How many of them were calling out to Lord Ariel?
Excuse me?
Yes, just give us a second. Yeah, this is great. We're making progress here. I should have done this a long time ago.
3?
3 out of the 4 or 5 times you've been okay, so obviously not the one from when you were a kid.
Correct.
Cool. So that makes most of them in recent memory being so, correct?
Yes.
Cool. I just pointed at him again. Isn't that great?
Point at him.
we have a Rakshasa. We have an entire remnants of a country.
Are we in danger?
Probably. We
are the danger.
This is also where that come from.
Up in a tree, like just barely in earshot. Hector just sitting up in a tree.
I just poke my head up. You know, just because we don't have a crow's nest doesn't mean you have to find one.
I have spent more time in a crow's nest than I have on solid ground.
Do you know there's an expression in Iptharun that says, go to the crow's nest, right? And it is a euphemism for hell. Do you understand that?
It's fitting.
All right. And you prefer... Never mind, I'm not talking to you right now. I'm not dealing with this.
He's like, I'm sorry.
So... Hi, I'm back. Anyway.
Welcome back.
So Lord Ariel. So neither you... So did this ever happen while Ariel was in control? This is... I mean, would you know? Did he put it in the journal? Would he omit it from the journal? Because I know you guys are bickering right now, like an old married couple, and not sleeping in the same bed.
I'm still writing everything in the journal.
It's probably happened once.
Oh, I know, but he never mind.
Ariel has probably 1 or 2 memories of that happening that he has written down. It was very short. It was like, bunch of crazies showed up. I blew them up. Like, it was, it was very short like that.
Wait, hold on. So I think it is safe to say, due to the odds of your gonna say transformation, like you were a magical girl. Possession. So during the times of your possession, it's safe to say that 50% of the ambushes that occurred to your body have actually occurred under the memories of Ariel. So if 4 of them happened,
well, probably even more.
To your memory.
This would
4
seem
of
to
them
be...
at least also happened around. I know it does. My int is not the highest, so maybe I'm not the expert at statistics, but I feel like there's a sample size missing here. You've actually been ambushed by cults more than that.
Oh yeah.
Sounds all right. It's the main reason why I don't stay on land very long.
I just looked through a memory of them chasing you on a boat, inappropriately dressed for scallywagging.
Did that one time, and they haven't done it since.
Okay, so they tried it once and you made them regret it. I love it. All right, so we have a problem. We are now approaching your home country by land.
Yes.
Cool.
What's your home country?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay, right. So, Drake, how are you wanting to handle this? What has been your plan?
Plan.
I love our captain, Adrian, but do you want to say it, Captain?
Me?
Do you want to say it? Or can I say it for you?
You can say it for me.
There's no plan. Kill them all. Am I right? Am I right, Captain?
Yep. Basically, get off plan as soon as possible. If any cultists show up, kill them.
Amazing.
This is why I'm quartermaster.
You guys solve your own problems
And this
one time.
directly relates to the person living inside of your body.
I've been dealing with it for many years now. I will smite him whenever.
Yeah, why do you guys hate each other? I believe I've asked this previously and was met with no answer.
Silence.
If I remember correctly, your question was, why was I so useless
Did that happen?
around that time?
You did.
Bro
you
has
also
been
said
dead.
that, yeah.
Oh my god, I don't even remember that exchange.
I certainly remember an awkward moment. Was it useless?
It was 100%. I think the was it useless was in regards to like something like specifically like being unable
something like
to.
spellcasting.
Yeah, well, also just I think it might have also been like being unable to like transfer information properly between them, like lack of info. Yeah.
I was sick of it at that point already and had just
Okay,
begun.
so before
Alright.
the metal and the holy magic starts flying, I think I am going to back out of here, have fun. Hector, are you comfy on that bow?
You don't want some holy magic?
Yeah.
I should open up.
Holy magic?
The gods have only been helpful through my 3 closest friends. Never to me.
You'll get
Good
some
night.
later, buddy.
I close the flap. I go back to my tent.
Nice.
Horrified. What the fuck do you mean by that?
And now we have a moment of Drake and Kid Reese staring at each other.
Happened too, where they've just been left alone.
Someone's watching through the window like, oh my god.
Is there gonna be a fight? I don't know.
Me, I'm watching through the window from afar. Because I gave up on trying to meditate a long time ago. He's just like, well, maybe I can just watch them sort through this. And if they can do it by themselves, I know I can trust them. And all he's thinking is, are they going to start fighting right now? Is this about to be the moment?
Is it currently just awkward
wait.
silence?
I don't know. You guys.
Aw,
you
you're
guys
lucky.
have this moment.
Chaos Side says no to fighting.
Oh, okay. Chaos Dash.
No to what?
Roll
No
the dice
fight.
for it. Unbelievable.
Just throws a punch. Crazy.
He roll for it. So
He just did it.
yes, you are just kind of sitting there staring at each other for this moment.
Yo.
Now, to answer your question, if someone is insistent on bringing you on mission, even though you said no to them multiple times, your ship gets smited.
smoked. If you
I see where this is going.
From what was most likely their god. And then a bunch of cultists are trying to kidnap or kill you because of said person now stuck in your body. There's plenty of reasons for me to hate him.
All of our problems revolve around each other. We're wearing our get along shirt. Da 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 da.
Okay, this makes a lot more sense. But you do have to consider that it goes both ways. I'm sure that they have the same frustration of inability to find their god, I imagine, or complete their mission, having to be on a boat, maybe. I'm sure sharing a
their own
body
fault.
in general is... I actually don't know. Is that their own fault?
Well, then whoever their god is for trying to recruit me.
Now, my thought...
This is very bird behavior.
Bird...
This is very bird-like.
I imagine that most of the struggle is coming from the two of you pulling each other in the opposite directions. In theory, now this might sound crazy, if one of you were to, if one of you were to concede for a moment even and assist the other in doing their mission first, you would be able to do the second one uncontested. One of you would just have to take the first step.
I just want to be out at sea.
Is this a therapy session?
Now,
Is that what this is?
Yes.
I just tagged in the backup there.
D&D
Technically,
session.
we chose a different tree.
you saw a bunch of cool memories and you're like, that's fun. See ya.
Tales of Tupenia. The crew goes to therapy.
The crew goes to
Alright.
This feels like.
Yeah.
Therapy episode.
Mm-hmm.
And
We got nothing to
So,
talk about other than wads of shade brush or sagebrush and each other's problems.
this is very true.
So what was that, Landon? You were about to Kid Root. You were
Yeah.
about to say?
So what did you say about the? What was the last thing you said in regards to my one
That
of you conceding?
I have no mission. I just want to be out at sea.
Oh, right. Well, unfortunately, that's just due to our circumstances. That's just not on the table, and I don't think that you being upset with Ariel is really gonna fix that.
He was dead!
This is going horribly.
I can hear his blood pressure rising from afar. I have to get over there.
If I couldn't detect thoughts running still,
Yeah.
Oh, that is funny.
I feel like leaving was a poor idea.
This is amazing. This is
I
great.
should not have left the bird and the chicken, the rotisserie chicken enjoyer in the same room.
So Kidru says the what is it what'd you just say the end of that, Landon?
It's not. It's not. Ariel.
That's unfortunately not really on the table.
So,
Our mission has us stuck in the land, and being upset with Ariel doesn't really change that. So what's stopping you from helping them in this moment?
Your spite.
Okay, now this is exactly what we're trying to work through.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Step one is admitting, okay?
what is it? I don't think he's a... Never mind, I'm not here. I'm just gonna mute myself.
Fight is a hell of a thing, man.
Alright,
Pure spite.
I imagine that another big part of the struggle has been this book, and the sharing of information, or rather the lack thereof. Would I be
That's
correct
him.
in assuming so?
That is all him. I share everything.
So you would like more communication from Alaria?
He didn't say no.
I wish you luck on convincing him.
Said, good
Now,
luck.
the best idea I've had in a while is I don't need to convince him. Maybe you can. I don't exactly know what will happen.
Can I like make a wisdom check for how stupid a decision this was?
Sure.
Sure, man.
I mean, that sounds great.
'Cause I'm assuming I'm not hearing them.
Yeah, I'll give
But like,
you.
there should be like a nagging or something
give
like.
you
just
a-
Nagging?
But. So, what were you just saying, Landon? Kidru?
I don't exactly know what would happen, but you guys have seen me do it before. I could, in a way, connect you to my god. My idea is that maybe it brings Alaria with you, and you guys could have like a very nice and healthy discussion, perhaps. And that could be the first step towards working together.
Alright, I got a 14.
You do not hear this at a distance. You're just sort of like-
No. Wisdom, flat wisdom for how stupid of it was it for me to leave.
Either.
Is there a panging of like I should
No.
go back? I haven't
No.
heard any of this.
Nah, not yet.
No, okay.
Not yet.
with the 14.
No, the 14. Okay. I continue with my manic studying.
Yeah.
So in a way,
So, before you start talking again...
Before you continue.
Adrian's throwing a punch.
Oh no!
Oh, you
Oh, no.
Well.
Okay.
The limit has been reached.
Alright.
You brought up bringing him to more gods.
You said the G word.
Yeah.
the G word.
How many characters?
Yeah, I'm gonna give.
How many of us are Godbird?
I'm gonna give Hector and Uprush a perception check here.
Oh, that's right. I'm not
I
far.
feel like me, Adrian, and somehow Hector are all Godburnt.
I mean, I'm a steward of the ground.
I know, but I feel like despite that, you're just perpetually butthurt.
So does a 21 hit?
Definitely has nothing to do with
It
gods.
does.
Okay. Overgeneralizing. Okay, just be an Adrian.
Yeah. A big number. 18 plus things.
Oh, brilliant.
19 for me.
If I remember correctly, it's a D4 to 5.
27.
Yeah.
Oh, what are the checks?
What was the attack again? The attack was 18. You said
It was a 21 to hit.
21. So what does that hit Kidru?
It does.
Yeah. So a punch and a D4. Yeah.
Yep. So that's 2 points of
Or,
bludgeoning.
I think D4 halved unless you have unarmed weapons.
Yeah, it's halved.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So
And it's 2 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah. So crack. And you guys definitely both hear that with an 18 and a 19.
It's okay. Time to get up.
Oh, god dang it.
Does my passive wisdom hit?
Nope. No.
'Cause I'm doing something else. I'm not looking. I'm not listening.
Yeah. Not with a 12. You're
I-
vibing.
Okay.
I
I'm
slide
vibing.
off the tree.
Time to go over there.
All right. How does Kidru respond to being punched?
Probably has happened plenty of times before. I'm gonna keep at it.
Oh, you
I
guys
seriously think-
Hell yeah.
I seriously think that this could help you.
Oh
You
my
can hit
lord.
me- You can hit me all you want.
Oh my lord.
This has nothing to do with my god. You don't even need to discuss with them directly. This is an attempt for you to talk to Alaria.
Or to Ariel.
Oh, my bad, Arya. Yes, I'm sorry.
Spelled like that. There you go. Yeah. So okay. Drake, response.
I just lost my dice. Hold on.
Oh, no, the chaos.
He's rolling again.
He's throwing hands and he's throwing dice.
Another shellacking?
The true 50.
Why did no one tell me that over the course of time I've entered Kaiba sent me to the Shadow Realm? Like what?
Yeah. Oh yeah, how have you entered complete darkness? What happened in the room?
It's gotten quite dark.
He's just walking out of his own tent.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Yeah. Oh, so he just walks out. Okay.
I am no dungeon.
He's like,
master. What was
this
that?
person can learn.
So wonderful. So yeah, you watch him begin to walk away. Door opens. The two of you guys running up after hearing this crack of hand meeting flesh. Have now watched Drake storming off in silence.
Get to the. Watch him walk by, and I'm gonna get near him. Just watch him all the room to walk by.
These godforsaken breeze wherever.
Mumbling, grumbling.
But, you know what, Hector? I think it's best we give him some time. Let's go check on Kid Roo.
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
And I'm probably not the one to go walk to him, being a cleric. I think I just heard him mumble something about God.
Right.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, with that perception, easy enough. Yeah. You 100% pick up on
Roll
it.
for that one. Chicken. Hey, buddy, you okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
Sheesh. I don't know many guys who could say that after getting hit by him.
Yeah.
Oh, the things I've seen him do to people. Thank goodness you're okay. What did you say to him?
I tried to get him to talk to Ariel directly, face to face, even,
And that's how it went?
but he didn't seem very happy. No.
No, he looked pretty upset, actually. I don't think I've ever seen him with that expression on his face. It's usually pretty... Word.
You know.
Unemotional?
Uprush, you're a capable leader. You should talk some sense into him.
Okay, hold on. Now I know I have a good streak going right now. But that's the one that scares me a little bit.
No way, I'm sure.
Put him in charge of the other ship just to get him away.
I'm sure John Jack will back you up. I can't do it. Don't get mad.
I'm not there. I didn't say anything.
Like, well, he's the only other person here who isn't talking to God stuff at all. I think I'd be risking my other fucking lung today.
But think about it. If they weren't fighting all the time, would it not be better? We could learn about... Have you heard about the cult?
The what?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a whole cult thing. That's the reason this happened, alright? We could learn more about the cult. We could learn more about the god.
Yeah, to catch you up, Captain, from what I overheard sitting up in the tree is around the fusing of the two of them, it went from a one-off cult in Adrian's childhood to many attacks from cults calling him Lord Ariel.
Fascinating.
So yeah, add that to the roster of problems we're gonna end up dealing with on our travels.
And we're going to the place we grew up in, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So wouldn't it be nice if they worked out their issues before we got there?
Yes. Yes, it would.
Even if it doesn't go well, it would be a fantastic first step for them to communicate with each other in a way that they never have before. The book doesn't seem very effective from the few things I've heard about it.
Yes, the book. The passive aggression.
Passive aggression.
Still, it's
The
kind of
reluctant sailor and the untalking thing. I mean, they're calling him Lord Ariel, so I'm not sure how human he was when he first showed up anyways.
Fair. Do we... Wait. What exactly is Ariel again?
Something that ended up inside of Adrian's mind. That's about all we have.
Ariel's not a human?
We think, but how does a human end up in another human's head without there being like... are we gonna have to find Ariel's body again, or is he some divine messenger?
Wait. What
You know
did
how...
happen to Ariel's body?
We did yeah, exactly. There was a smiting storm, is what we've heard.
Guys, I have a very questionable and fantastic second idea.
Oh,
Is
boy.
it going to result in you
The
getting
first
punched?
one got you punched, so let's see how this one goes.
It might result in me getting zapped.
Oh,
Let's just give it a few days and see how Ario feels about the idea.
Oh god, just pitch it to the other side. Oh god.
you want to
Sure, realistically, only one of them needs to agree, right?
You want to appeal to Ariel? I'm going to remind you.
You're brave. That's all I'm gonna say.
Adrian's the nicer one. You want to call
Adrian's the
Ariel?
nicer one?
Yeah.
Neither of them talk very much.
This is
I don't know.
entirely contrary to what Kidaru has felt so far.
Yes.
It's like for real.
You were talking to the nicer one of the two of them. You're gonna try to convince Ariel to have a conversation with him?
What if Ario clearly has a lot of important stuff going on, though? Maybe they would appreciate the help.
I mean, maybe.
Hey, worst case, a bird gets zapped.
I've got enough jewels to revive you if it's needed.
I would
That's so
prefer it if
funny.
you didn't get zapped.
I would too.
We all would. Well, except the one doing the zapping, of course.
There will be no zapping.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
This might just have to be one of those things where we cross that bridge when we get to it. Perhaps circumstance will bring them together. And that way we don't have to risk getting blasted by electricity. No?
I mean, that's fine. You're that.
I mean, it sounds nice, I hope. But, he does kind of have a point about trying to push it along, considering... I mean, it's gonna happen sooner or later anyways, we're heading there.
They just said that they've been fighting for years. I mean, we can believe that they'll solve it in the next month, I guess.
Well, I mean,
maybe if
they might not solve it. It might come to us and get solved, is what I meant.
That's kind of the entire thing that I'm trying to avoid, but like, it's cool.
I mean, I'd hope so too, but
he makes
you can
it
lead a horse to water, can't make him drink.
You also
Yeah, it's
make
fine. They could also say no. It's
Well,
hey,
your
you're the
feathers.
captain.
You want to give it a shot? I guess I'll try to help you out.
I wonder what a bald gannet looks like.
That's
Alright.
my
Let's
response.
wait until he simmers down a little bit.
Oh, that's fine. This doesn't have to
You
be
hear
an
the
outthing
sound
at
of
all.
very far off of dunk,
Yeah,
dunk.
We might have to wait a little bit.
I think I'm gonna go to bed. I think I've had enough drama for the day.
All right.
It'll wait until the time is right.
Yeah, the next couple of hours passed. This was all sort of around the 5:30 to all these conversations probably took about an hour and a half. We're drawing to like the 7 o'clock sort of window. As everyone goes off to head to bed, I imagine, Uprush, that you get this moment now. Dinner has been cooked rather, tensely. There's sort of a tension in the air for sure. And I think that you have this moment of like Drake just sort of you still just hear the sounds of like chopping in the distance. And I think that you have a moment of like, yeah, I could probably bring over some food and, see what's what, so you kind of the pot of, like beans and rice that have kind of been just sitting there for, we'll say that this is drawing more to like 8 o'clock sort of time now. It's been sitting there for a while. You heard the thumping stop. It's still warm enough that it's doable, especially with, you got to keep the fire going all night. So, you've just like moved it on and off as you go. So you kind of head over with like these wooden bowls that you guys have collected over to Drake.
Hey, buddy.
You see
You
a
missed
whole
dinner.
bunch of firewood.
A lot of fireworks.
It's like, oh, that's a lot of firewood you got there.
What's up, Captain?
Well, I brought you some food. I figured you'd be hungry after all that work you put into demolishing the forest around us. How you doing?
I wish the tree was the bird, but that's not gonna happen anytime soon.
I would certainly
anytime soon.
prefer if it didn't happen anytime soon. But, let's be honest. I don't think the bird's the problem. What's going on in your head?
He's
I
just
mean-
gonna murder the entire party because I left.
I mean, what's swirling around in that storm of a brain you got there? That choice of words.
You see him do that physically.
That the bird wanted to send me to their god so I can talk to Ariel.
That definitely doesn't sound like something you'd enjoy.
No, especially not being sent up to more gods.
Yeah, I don't get the whole gods thing either. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm sick of gods at this point.
Hmm?
I'm sick of gods at this point.
Well, they can't all be bad. Right? I mean, some of them made like stuff like this, like forests and the changing of the weather. Gods that rule the seas and give us bounties of fish. I mean, there's gotta be some kind of benevolence out there, right?
I haven't been shown any. So we'll see.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, you and I are kindred spirits. We both love the sea, no matter what it throws at us.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's some of the most rowdy, annoying, dang near volatile groups of numbskulls that we've ever encountered in our lives.
Those are the entertaining ones.
Yeah. Life's definitely more fun with a couple of screws loose. But I don't think the bird meant any harm.
Just better not try to send me to his gods again.
We'll try to keep the gods to a low boil. Huh? We'll simmer on it. But he was just trying to help you. And I guess Ariel, if that matters to Ariel, really.
A conversation between me and Ariel will not help anything. I can promise that much.
I'll take your judgment for it. You know the guy better than I do.
I can talk to him plenty through the book when he actually decides to write.
Doesn't it suck kind of having to bank on somebody else's goodwill at times, though?
He's usually good, except when he wants. But he's not very forthcoming with information until he has every little bit.
He's kind of a detail-oriented person.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He will hold things back until he has information.
Well, despite the circumstance, that actually sounds pretty helpful.
For the most part, until you switch over and you don't know what he was planning. at that exact moment, and you find yourself thousands of miles away.
Yeah, that's fair. Believe me, I hate being out here in the middle of the forest as much as you do. The open seas are always going to be my home. Seeing that horizon, that's normal to me. Not being able to see the shore, oof, makes my stomach turn sometimes. But it always welcomes us back with open arms. For now, I guess, let's work with what you got, with what Ariel's given you, and we'll fill in the rest of the gaps for you when we can. But guess we all kind of have to learn to live with him a little bit, huh? Even if he is kind of annoying. Eat up. I don't want you to pass out over here when you start chopping more wood.
All right. Thanks, Captain.
No problem, Cap. Head back to the fire.
Does your captain title is still sort of new to you, Drake? How does that response sort of is that like, does your mood like lighten like immediately just hearing it?
Oh, big time.
Yeah. And is it, like, physically, where does Ariel or where does Drake carry his tension? Is it like shoulders? Is it neck? Is it like stiffness? You know.
Yeah, definitely
I thought he
shoulders.
carried it.
Shoulders.
I thought he carried it in his class.
In his
Shoulders.
His entire class.
Yeah. But you as you walk away, you just see the moment of like Ariel like of Drake just and the shoulders like fall back down. All right.
Get one on the scoreboard.
As we make our way towards the evening, Kidru, give me a perception check as you sort of lay down to go to sleep.
Not one.
Oh, brutal. These perception checks are whooping your ass.
I hate it.
He is instantly asleep.
Amazing.
One moment. Okay, does anyone else have... What's everyone's passive perceptions, by the way?
16.
Okay.
14 for me.
Imagine Hector's really high.
I think we had this conversation one time.
16.
Yeah.
Oh, the passive percep?
Yeah, passive.
Yeah.
Yeah, 19.
19 and
Woo!
6. Okay, so my 19 and my 16. You begin to hear the sounds of a slight, like, snuffling echoing from one of your companions' bedrolls in the tent.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. The two of you sort of go and follow the sound and look into Jean-Jacques' tent. And Manny, would you like to describe the first sort of one of the shadow spawn that you are working on here?
All right, so imagine a similar description used for the thread, this inky black thing with these bright, piercing eyes. And it's kind of like, it's a twitchy thing half melded into the ground, kind of like pulls itself along. Yeah.
And you see Jean-Jacques, Jean-Jacques just waving his hands over this thing, beginning to sort of puppet it back and forth as it pulls itself one-armed along the ground.
You know, the creature like half passing between like growling, crying, and like sobbing.
What is that?
I don't know. But it's... I... Stay. And like you see like also like the tears that you saw on like Judge's face are like still there.
Yeah.
But he's like just like trying to keep it cool.
You see the entity shudder to a halt, and like these piercing eyes are beginning to follow and just track you guys for a second, and you see it cock the shape of the head that is there. I say shape because it is not easy to make out any of the features. You just get the sense of shadowy head just cock and look at both of you guys. And then it turns and looks back at you, Jean-Jacques. Seemingly waiting for instructions.
Wait, hold on, what?
Do you continue to maintain your hold on this creature in this moment?
Yeah. This could be potentially a breakthrough. Maybe? I don't know. Can you speak?
Hate that.
He is so lucky I'm asleep.
No nightmares for you.
Understood.
I should be shooting that thing. Like, nope. Gotta die.
Yeah, that's about what extracting that feeling felt like.
Mm.
I lean over to the two that popped into the tent. I know I should have the answer to this question. What do I do?
Undo whatever you did?
Undo it. I don't know if I...
You're gonna release?
Cease.
And you watch as the creature it begins to just like twerk a little back and forth. Like you see the body begin to like crack, and then the eyes swivel around. The eyes begin to swivel around, not the head swiveling. The eyes move around the head faster and faster until it moves like a little searchlight. And then it collapses in just a pool of goo.
Why this ain't my tent?
That then fades out.
And then the pool fades away too?
Pool fades away.
Yeah. I kind of like touch the bottom of the tent or the dirt or whatever it is. Like,
Appears fine.
not even like
Cold.
a residue.
Much cold.
Cold.
Much cold. That was definitely English.
Yeah, no, perfectly understood.
Right.
That's the purpose of language.
Cold, very frost.
Yeah, very frost.
What have I done?
Yeah, it's a great question.
Larry, I'll take control and you can ask him.
Wow, he's saying, you know what, man? This one's not for me. Ariel, you take care of it.
By the way,
Yeah,
how did the chat go? Let's change the subject off of whatever just happened. How did that chat go?
The bird got punched.
Tell Approach to shove it. I have to do everything.
And with that, this will be the perfect place to end our session for tonight. We have determined that in the morning that Drake will try and give over control to RIL. Kidru is sleeping soundly. Uprush is sleeping soundly. We've had some conversations. And Jean-Jacques summoned a shadow demon that appears to be following his commands. And we will pick up next session. See y'all next Wednesday. And yeah, thank y'all for stopping by. Oh wait, this is time. This is the time. Plug the coffee in this moment, right here. Look below if you are interested in our after session chats. We have
Golf
a side
snaps.
of Tots. We have multiple levels. Feel free to subscribe at any level, or just donate. So, because I think that's a thing you can do with coffee. So, yeah. See y'all next Wednesday. Peace.
All right.